And welcome back to What If. And this one comes to us from Leslie Breers. I might be getting the name a little off, but Leslie Breers. Now, you asked the question, what if Whis had found and trained Goku as a young kid? Now, this is an interesting one because I'm glad you actually suggested this because I had this idea pop in my head a little while back. See, with the what ifs, I have everyone's suggested what ifs, but I have a couple suggestions that I've come up with in my own head. But because I want to get to everyone, I have to postpone the ones I suggest until I loop back around to my own suggestions. And when more people giving me more what if suggestions and who would win suggestions, it takes longer and longer to do that. So I love it when people can actually suggest something I've thought up. And I've thought up this one before. I haven't finished thinking it up, but I have thought it up before. So what would happen essentially in this? Well, we obviously throughout Dragon Ball Z, Beerus has been sleeping, and Whis has just been basically caretaking this state or the establishment or the world, the planet. Beerus is home, but I would have to admit because Whis goes out and has like food on the table waiting for Beerus. He does go out of the place and he does like venture around the galaxy, collect supplies. Well, I would imagine through one of his travels, he suddenly runs across a Saiyan pod that is jettisoning through space on its way to Earth. And, Whis is like, well, let me go investigate that. And it's like, looks in and and granted, they can fly across the universe essentially in 23 minutes, so I'm sure Whis can keep up with Saiyan pod. He looks in and he sees a Saiyan baby sleeping. So, Whis is being an angel and being the trainer of Beerus, I'd have to believe Whis is very, very skilled at seeing the potential in something, the potential in someone. And I fully believe he would see possibly see the potential in this baby. And then he realizes it's the same pod and it's a baby, so he does a quick little investigation on his rod, to say, what is this Saiyan baby doing out here? Then he checks Planet Vegeta and he sees that Frieza blew up Planet Vegeta. He's like, oh dear. And then just looking at Goku, and it's basically he makes the decision. It's like, you can see the hidden potential within this baby. So he decides, yeah, I think I'm going to take this baby with. I think it's possible that this baby could become something special. And so Whis decides to take the baby and take Goku and takes him back. Now, what is going to happen between now and when Goku eventually goes to Earth for the first time? Because obviously Goku's going to go to Earth for the first time. Well, I'm going to imagine Goku is going to go around at the age of 14 where he is when Bulma meets up with him. But between then and now, what happens? Well, obviously, Goku's going to be a bit of a handful, because he was a bit of a handful with Grandpa Gohan, too. But Whis being Whis, he would know about the Saiyans, know about this, and he's an angel. It's not like Goku could hurt him or anything like that, so might be a bit of a wild child at first. I also fully see Whis possibly accidentally dropping him on his head, or something. But Goku gets a little roughhousing, he gets bopped out of the head or something like that. Honestly, though, I don't think Goku is like a naturally aggressive or evil Saiyan, kind of like Vegeta was initially. I don't see that in Goku. I think Goku was actually always going to be would always been a more gentler, more kind-hearted Saiyan, simply because for the fact that if a knock on the head would have done that to him initially, you'd imagine all the repeated massive blows to his skull would have reset it at some point. But no, I think that's just who Goku eventually winds up being. Now, under Whis' tutelage, first off, Whis, I think, because we know the angels are able to reproduce in some fashion, because the Grand Priest is the father of all the angels, and Whis is Vados' father. But we never know. We don't know about a mother or anything like that. So they reproduce like in an asexual fashion? Or do they reproduce? Is there a female angel that is their mother as well? We don't know this. It's very likely that they are anatomically correct. But point being, though, is that Whis not having this, it would be a new experience. But because he's caretaken Beerus for so long, and Beerus basically is a child with the power to wipe out a galaxy if he wants, So uh, he would know how to deal with Goku, particularly the massive appetite Goku has. Goku would quickly, first off, he would at least learn some decent table manners with Whis. Also, Whis, I think, would do a much better job than Gohan did at actually raising Goku to be a pretty intelligent fella. I don't think Goku would really start training in combat with Whis until he's maybe at least 5 or 6. For then, it's just Whis and Goku to experience being a kid. They would go on like father and son picnics, and I think Whis would really come to generally care for Goku and see him as his own. Goku would call him dad, and this would make Whis very. This would just give Whis a nice feeling, and it's just like, oh, Goku. And I think he would, for the sake, we'll name him Goku in this case. Like, oh, Goku, you're such a risk guy. And say, gotcha, dad. And they'll laugh and have fun. Say, yeah, but also Whis would be smart. It's like, yeah, that's Lord Beerus, and he explains the job of God of Destruction to Goku. And it's like, you don't want to disturb Lord Beerus when he's sleeping or anything like that. It's like, what happens when he wakes up? Well, when he wakes up, we're going to explain the scenario to you and everything, scenario to him and everything along those lines. Now, I do think Beerus is going to wake up earlier. I do think he is going to wake up earlier. But I don't think it will be at least until we get into the later parts of Dragon Ball. Beerus will not wake up any point in time. Beerus might wake up a little bit, like kind of sleepwalking, like maybe make some ramen or something like that in his sleep and do it, because I think he's done that, made food in his sleep. But he's not going to wake up, at least not in this part of the series. Point being, though, is that once Goku got old enough, he would start to train under Whis. Now, even initially, I think Goku's power will be higher than the 10 that it is, because he's already living under Whis and doing minor exercises and training things along those lines. For a nice even number, for a small number, we'll say it's around 50, which obviously Whis is probably, if we have to put a number on Whis and Beerus's power levels, they are probably in the trillions, if not higher than that. I think numbers wise, I think I put Beerus somewhere in like the quintillions, and Whis is stronger, so obviously no. But again, Whis sees the potential of Goku. So afterwards, between here and now, actually, I might have to take back my Beerus thing. Between here and now, Goku will be training with Whis. Now, obviously, Goku's not going to have any sort of way of taking on Whis for some time. But because he does train Whis, because he does train under an angel, he has knowledge of God Ki. He has knowledge, better training, better ki usage, and different techniques of training, different styles. Early insight into Ultra Instinct. Now, now, it should be noted, we're not going to see Super Saiyan God Goku when he meets Bulma, I don't think. However, it should be noted that I think Goku has an understanding of how to tap into God Ki after a decade of training with Whis. Where would 14-year-old Goku's power level be with around 10 years of training with around 8, give or take, 8 to 10, near decades worth of training with Whis? Being raised, understanding him, Whis teaching him a bit more about temperament and focus and calming. But Goku's also much more easier with the flow. That's why he's always had an easier time with Ultra Instinct. I believe that's why even Whis stated that one point. Power wise, good. I have to go this year by year, because the first few years of it's going to be difficult for Goku to do anything, but he will still increase leaps and bounds. Like he's gonna make his probably like his Saiyan Saga self look like a chump. But then by the time he is 14, I will say this: I think through training, Goku has not only hit Super Saiyan, he has an understanding of God Ki, and through the training of it, his reflexes are far superior than what he would be at this point in the normal series. I think he's probably Android Saga Goku at this point. I think he's probably somewhere in the neighborhood, and we don't know exactly what Goku's power level actually was at that point. I have to imagine, because he was suffering from the effects of the heart virus. If he wasn't suffering from the effects of the heart virus, I fully believe he could have beaten 19, and probably even could have gone toe-to-toe with 18. I think he was stronger than Vegeta at that point. And I think, honestly, after he survived the heart virus, he was probably had a Zenkai that made him stronger than 18, and maybe on par with 17. So I would put, yeah. So we'll put him. This Goku knows Super Saiyan. He's even figured out how to do Ascended Saiyan, but understands that the Ascended Saiyan form, especially because he's been under the tutelage of Whis, is not a very practical form. Also, Goku knows. See, here's the thing: Goku learned the instant transmission from the Yard Radiants, but the Kais, and I'm in essence Whis, know a much better way of instant transmission. I can't remember exactly what it is. It's like a different form of instantaneous movement where they don't even need to do the whole thing; they just can move. I think Goku would learn that technique as well. So Goku at this point would and I think he'd also be knocking on the door of God Ki. I don't think he'd be quite there yet, but I think it would take a couple more years of training with Whis to actually hit Super Saiyan God. But I think he would be knocking on the door of God Ki. So basically, Whis says like, "Oh, well, son, it's your 14th birthday, but I want to. But now this is the part where any father says, time for you to leave the nest, at least for a little bit." And it's like, "What do you mean, Dad?" It's like, well, son, you can't just stay here. Been on many vacations, but but you can't just stay here. I want you to go out and experience the world a little bit. I want you to go around and experience the cultures of the world and understand what it is to civilize and make friends and things along those lines. Like, all right, and so is there anywhere in particular? I can't say for certain, but let me talk to someone. And then he actually would probably get in touch with either Shin or even King Kai, honestly, because the section technically they can preside over the whole universe, but the section but the section of the galaxy obviously we're going to go to is Earth. So eventually, through some channel communication, he communicates with maybe the Supreme Kai and King Kai and basically says, "All right, there's this place called Earth," and then Goku just focuses on it, and I'm almost certain he could at that point, just because he's. That's what is that something on the TV? Oh, what the hell is on? Oh, okay, no, that was the TV. That was some sort of. There's like this black box on the TV. What the hell? So he would go to Earth, and wouldn't you? Should be note, by the way, 14-year-old Goku is not the same Goku physically as he was in the set because he was a runt back then. This Goku looks more like because Goku I think is like 6 foot or like 5'9". He's like in the upper 5 foot to 6 foot range. This Goku is not that. He was like what 2-3 feet. He's more like 4 foot high, so he's probably around Bulma's height, maybe a little higher or taller. But he's not full grown yet at this point. He's got maybe another year or two on that. If not, maybe when he hits 18. But then he like teleports it. He really teleports in front of Bulma, who's just like, ah, and then Goku's like, whoop, and he just gets hit and knocked over, and the car's destroyed. And he's just like, oh god, it's like, what are you doing, you idiot? So Bulma's gonna just get on his kid, like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, it was my bad. I apologize. I didn't mean to. I was like, oh great, now I'm gonna have to build. It's like, oh, was it flying car? And it's like, yeah, well, I mean, how did you do that? Also. And Goku kind of just like explains. By the way, Goku has his tail still. By the way, should note on that. And he knows about his Saiyan. And he knows about his Saiyan heritage. He knows about being able to turn Ozaru. And with Whis' help, he can create this artificial moon. He can control himself with that with training with Whis. So Goku starts to have a conversation with Bulma, and he's like, "Well, what are you doing here?" And it's like, "Sorry, you're a girl, right?" It's like, "Yeah, I'm a girl, you pervert." And it's like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Well, sorry, it's just I haven't seen one." And he explains a little bit. He doesn't want to go into too much detail, but he explains like, "Yeah, I kind of came from a place." And it's like, "Wait, you're an alien?" It's like, "Oh, kind of, yeah, sort of." I was like, "Well, what? You just look like us." It's like, "Well, I also have this tail." It's like, "Whoa, you're an alien!" Remember though, in her past, she met Jocko, who is an alien. So which they retcon that. And then again, there's a lot of weird beings in the Dragon Ball world. So an alien, individuals who don't look human and aren't human shouldn't necessarily be a surprise. Ultimately, though, she explains to Dragon's like, "Oh, well, if you want, I could tag along for a little bit and help you out." I was like, "Oh, that that'd be nice." Now that she's going to find Grandpa Gohan on this to fight his Dragon Ball because he's there, he's just chilling. And now she's had a moment to calm down and stop being pissed off at him. Goku's not bad looking. He's actually quite an attractive guy. It's like, and then Goku's just enjoying. He's like, It's like, It's like, she's just, well, nothing. It's like, they started having a conversation. She explains that she's an inventor, things along those lines. She's part of the Brees family, which is one of the wealthiest and most powerful families in the world. Scientists, things along those lines. And Goku honestly is probably just eating this up. It's like, wow, this is so cool. It's like, I mean, I've met some other cultures before, and their and some of their technology, but this is really cool stuff. It's like, well, thanks. Things along those lines. So they meet Gohan, Grandpa Gohan, as he would be known, and it's like this is cool. Yeah. It's like, yeah, okay, Dragon Ball. Here you go. Thanks. So they take the Dragon Ball, and then they set up camp, and Goku goes out and hunts something, and they they help cook up the food. He cooks up the food. Bulma's like, it's like, all right, sorry, sorry, I thought you were hungry. It's like, yeah, but I have my own food. And it's like, oh, and then he's eating. He would be eating, but to be fair, he has the same appetite with some trained manners now. So it's like, it's like, whoa! It's like, yeah. Sorry, I have a big appetite. So then now you probably wouldn't get that scene with him accidentally walking in or in the bath, because he would have been taught about differences of boys and girls and probably some privacy and things along those lines by Whis. I think Whis would have the forethought to teach him that kind of stuff. So he'd be like, in Bulma, and Goku's just enjoying his time. He's kind of just relaxing on the couch, just but he's also contemplating. He's doing the Bulma, first time really interacting with. It's not like this is the first time he's seen a female of anyone. He's interacted with cultures thanks to Whis, but this would be the first time he's actually really interacted with a girl, and he's not going past his head either that she's on the attractive side too. He's starting to feel some emotions he hasn't felt before. But they wake up and they do their thing, and then they run into Turtle, and Goku. Now, this is the first time Goku actually shows up how strong he is. He's like, yeah, please go away. And they're like, oh, yeah, what are you gonna... Boom, ah! It's like, and everyone's like, huh? Yeah, what? You need help? It's like, oh, no, thank you. So they go, and Roshi, asks, oh, is there anything I can do to help? Is there anything I can do to help you? And say, I'm flying Nimbus. It's like, oh no. Well, it's like, oh, this is very nice of you. I mean, I can fly on my own. That's like, you can? It's like, yeah, sorry. But no, I appreciate it. I mean, maybe I can bring him back to my dad, or show him off my dad. And then but now here's the thing though, the incident with the panties doesn't happen. She got her panties on and she flashed him, and even Goku kind of takes a quick peek. He's like, it's like, Goku's like, not quite sure how to react, but just, okay. So then we cut over to them running. What came after? It was running into Oolong. That goes about the same, except Goku doesn't pretend to be a girl, and he just kicks Oolong's ass. But then that whole debacle gets fixed. Yamcha, Goku just... even hungry. Remember, we're dealing with now with a android level Saga Goku. Even hungry, he would just be like, it's like, wolf like this. Hey, you know what? For a human, you're pretty good. It's like, huh? It's like, yeah. It's like, well, my turn. It's like, yeah. It's like, what? And the ball was just like, ha. So, and then he runs into Boss Carrot. Now, here's the thing with Boss Carrot's power. Do you think Boss Carrot's power could work on Whis or Beerus? Technically speaking, there's nothing to say it wouldn't, but I'd imagine Goku has dealt with his levels of magic and things along those lines that would either keep him safe, or he'd see what Carrot does to Bulma, and then he's just like, and just holds a beam of holds his a beam very straight. It's like, now I could, and then just demonstrates it like with his thumb, just poof. Now change your back, or I'm going to blow you up. It's like, I don't want to hurt you, but change your back, or I will hurt you. See, Goku, I think at this point, while he's still the Goku we know, basically, just a lot smarter, more civilized, better in table manners. He's also, when he finds something he cares about and protects it, remember, even Kid Goku got mad, but this is the Goku that knows how to gets mad, but knows how to threaten a lot better. So he would just be holding Boss Carrot essentially at his will. Basically, well, okay, and then they basically put him up on the moon and making marshmallow eggs. Um, then there's the Ox King. And here's the thing: I don't think they would bother getting Roshi. That's the thing, because Goku could probably just and just blast, because he knows how to use ki. He knows energy blast, things along those lines. Just blasts it, and there you go. And there's a whoa, how did you do that? It's like, well, I'm just a trick my dad taught me and stuff like that. I know how to use ki and things along those lines. Like, whoa, and everyone just is astounded. So I'm trying to think what came next. I think there's a chunk I'm missing here, but I do believe next would probably be the whole peel-off thing. And Goku, here's the thing: Goku would rip through that cell they were in, just and say what, and then he sees the moon by mistake. He's like, oh crap! No, 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 no. But he keeps himself from going Azari and just doesn't look at the moon again. So then they get the Dragon Balls and they make the wish. Now Bulma's on wish initially, and Pilaf would try to stop the wish, but Goku was like, nope, and just what? Ah! It's like, so what are you gonna wish for, Bulma? It's like, and then Bulma, for the most part, is like a little dumbfounded. It's like, well, and she was gonna wish for a boyfriend, but now she's kind of looking at Goku like, I've been spending a lot of time getting to know him, and he honestly is he kind of meets those parameters a bit. I wonder, and then so would Bulma make a wish? Would Goku make a wish? Would you let Goku? I'd like you to make a wish. Wow, I'm okay. And then what would Goku wish for? Really, I wished for I wish for a lot of peace and good times for the people on this planet. I think he would honestly make it, because remember, he technically made that wish at the end of GT. He wished for people of Earth didn't have to die for nothing. They didn't have any time to prepare for the Shadow Dragons, right? That's kind of how I put it. So he made kind of wish like that, which immediately kind of puts good times aside. I think peaceful times, but at the same time, that doesn't stop people from coming to Earth. I think basically what that would do is stop any real issues going on the planet. So it does kind of nullify the Red Ribbon Army a bit. It does, honestly, it does nullify the Red Ribbon Army, which nullifies the androids a bit and nullifies Cell. Or I could see him just wishing for. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take that back, because it's no fun if I don't make the Cell or Android saga. I think what Goku wished for is like, I'd wish for something for something really delicious. Give me the most delicious food platter you can think of to go. And then, a big thing of food appears like, your wish has been granted. And they disappear. It's like, well, I'm going to bring this home to my dad. He'll try out the cuisine of this planet and hopefully he'll love it. It's like, oh, wait, so you're going to be gone? And then it's like, and then Goku actually says, yeah, for a little while. And then Goku's actually feeling a little sad, too, because he's getting to really like Bulma, too. So, maybe not this time, because my dad, I'm sure my dad would love to meet you one point. Maybe I'll come back and you can meet my dad. It's like, he wants me to meet his parents already? Whoa. So I'm like, well, it's like, okay, then I guess I'll see you soon then. It's like, yeah, definitely. It's like, no, definitely Bulma's like, and then Bulma being the more bolder too. It's like, okay, and then just then I'll see you soon. And then just gives him a nice little kiss on the cheek, and he's just like, his brain kind of shuts down for a few moments, just. And like, right, I'll see you soon, and then just whoop and disappears. And it's like, wow. So, and then he appears back to Whis and is like, oh, Goku, I see you're back. You've been gone for months now. How are things? And he sees Goku's big shit and grin. It's like, oh, I'll tell you over dinner, Dad. It's like, ooh, my. And he tries out the food. It's like, oh, all the food. Oh, God, is this pudding? Oh, was this called pudding? So, yeah, and then all of a sudden, they hear sniffing. It's like, Whis? What's this? What am I smelling? It smells divine. And then he was like, who's this? Who is this? And we're going to leave it there with Beerus waking up, smelling the Earth food, and meeting Goku for the first time. So, yeah. stay tuned for part 2 for this one. I'm gonna really enjoy doing this one because first off, this pretty much allows me to make a God mode Goku, and second off, it's just a really cool idea. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Superhero Magic, what if, anything I do on the channel. Put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to that at some point. It's gonna be who would win. It's gonna be the usual this week. Gonna be who would win Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Or what if again on Wednesday. The Predator. You better know I'm looking forward to the Predator. Thursday's review. There'll be a box office on Sunday. But the big one is that there's going to be Ravnica, Guilds of Ravnica spoilers, Magic spoilers throughout the week, starting tomorrow, because tomorrow is the first official day of spoilers. So keep your eyes out for those, and thanks for watching. See you.